This is the pre-dawn scene on the morning of September 11th. Washington's Continental Army is braced to defend Brandywine Creek, while Howe's British and Hessian troops encamp in and around modern-day Kennett Square. Each army had a force of about 15,000 men. The British marched to Kennett from Newark, Delaware, the morning before the battle. The Continental Army had arrived at Chadds Ford from Newport, Delaware, on the afternoon of the 9th. Washington set up his headquarters in Chadds Ford at the Ring House, located at today's Brandywine Battlefield Park. Proctor's artillery was on the high ground overlooking Chadds Ford. In order to slow Howe's expected march on Chadds Ford, Maxwell's light infantry took up advanced positions at the Kennett Meeting House and the Anvil Tavern. In addition to Chadds Ford, Washington deployed men along 6 other fords of the Brandywine Creek. Unfortunately for Washington, General Cornwallis was aware of 2 fords above the Continental positions, and this is the route that he planned to take to outflank Washington. At dawn, as Cornwallis prepared to move north with the bulk of the army, General Knyphausen's division was getting ready to move east. His task was to divert or amuse the Continental Army while Cornwallis carried out his flanking maneuver. In front of Knyphausen's division were the Queen's Rangers, who were Loyalists, joined by a small unit of riflemen led by British Major Patrick Ferguson, who became famous for developing the breech-loaded rifle, which was known for its accuracy. A significant portion of Knyphausen's division were Hessians, who were German-born soldiers hired out to the British. Almost a quarter of the British forces in the American Revolution were Hessians, including General Knyphausen himself. His march commenced at dawn. Ferguson and the Queen's Rangers met resistance from Maxwell's light infantry at the Anvil Tavern, and again at the Kennett Friends Meeting House, where a group of Quakers were holding their midweek meeting. One friend later reported that while there was much noise and confusion without, all was peaceful and quiet within. And the noise and confusion continued to move east until Maxwell was backed up to the creek. Knyphausen started deploying his artillery. By 10 a.m., Maxwell was completely driven across the Brandywine. Cornwallis's division also marched at dawn, heading north towards Trimble's Ford and Martin's Tavern. With a thick fog for cover, almost 9,000 hostile soldiers stealthily advanced through southern Chester County along the Great Valley Road. Crossing Trimble's Ford, they turned east towards Jeffrey's Ford under the watchful eye of Lieutenant Colonel James Ross. As Cornwallis passed, Ross's patrol managed to fire off 3 rounds and immediately sent word to Washington about the flanking maneuver that was underway. After crossing Jeffrey's Ford, Cornwallis moved south on Birmingham Road through Scannelltown, where the Birmingham Friends were holding their midweek meeting. Then, after marching 12 miles in 9 hours, Cornwallis and his men paused for tea on the north-facing side of Osborne Hill.